grateful that you are here. Today, I'm really excited. We have a theme in our 5D business accelerator. It's something new that I've been creating. I'm doing like a little baby soft launch. And so today we actually have our first call. I'll go ahead and put the link for it in the description below in case you are interested in checking it out. But what it is the 5D Business Accelerator is a series of live meditations that I'm going to be doing that open your field and open your awareness to the infinite beingness that is you. So if you are a visionary entrepreneur or you want to create something in this world that is supportive to the people that you feel called to serve, or you simply want to create something out of the core of your own heart, and you want to be able to see how capable you truly are, then that's really what the core principle of this creation is. So today we're going to be talking about low self-worth and the wounded inner child, and how that actually manifests in your business. It's just something I like to say that makes it a little bit more fun to talk about. So the wounded inner child. Who here has low self-worth? Who battles with low self-worth? It's a really powerful and interesting thing when you can see some people, let's say even that you might look up to or that you admire or in some way, shape, or form, and you think there's no way they have low self-worth, especially if you've put them on a pedestal. You don't see it, right? Low self-worth isn't something that you see on the outside from looking at somebody. Well, I take that back. There are certain identifying physical features that we're not going to get into. But low self-worth can rear its ugly head in pricing. It can rear its ugly head in who you choose to be in relationship with. It can rear its ugly head in how much you're paid at your work or your position. If you over-deliver, that's also a symptom of low self-worth. If you overcompensate, symptom of low self-worth. If you overgive, symptom of low self-worth. Self-worth is basically you being able to see how valuable you are, what your value is to what it is that you are contributing to. So, the wounded inner child. I'm starting to get a little bit out of breath. I don't know if I have gotten sick or have something starting to percolate. I'm sorry that I need to just take a pause really quick. Okay, so the inner child, the wounded inner child. Have you ever had parents that consistently or constantly said, "What is wrong with you?" That's one of those sentences that, people, I think will just kind of absent-mindedly say, but what it does is it creates a subconscious pattern in the child, especially, that they think something's wrong with them. They don't know what it is because they're just being themselves, but they'll start to believe that something's wrong with them. So if you believe something's wrong with you and you don't necessarily know what it is, you can't put your finger on it, this will literally manifest and carry with you into adulthood. If you had experiences of physical abuse, if you had experiences of neglect, emotional abuse is a silent killer. If you had parents that even maybe did the silent treatment or didn't really show up, if you had parents that if you got in a fight, turn around and bought you things instead of being able to have adult conversations and nurture the experience with the kindness, love, compassion, and words, that a circumstance or a fight might, call for. So there's different patterns and different ways that this can manifest in your life and in your adult personality. So when you're looking at what you want to create, you're looking at what you want to do in the world, you're looking at what you want to put out there, and you have a hard time raising your prices, you have a hard time even having conversations, or you lack the confidence to be able to say, I know the value that I bring to the table. If you've ever had any of your clients say, you should be charging way more for this, all of these things are components. They're very strong and very valuable components of what goes into how you process and how you experience things in this world and things in this life. So this is why the theme that we're going into today in the 5D Business Accelerator, I think I'm going to have a different name for it. Like I said, this is new. We're planting seeds. You're just watching me through my own creation process. You'll be able to see the patterns, witness the patterns, and get to the root, the rootedness. So the root of these patterns can even manifest from past lives. It doesn't have to just be in this life. A lot of us right now, I'll tell you right now, a lot of us are processing a lot of woundedness from the fall of Atlantis and the fall of other civilizations that we've even participated in. Maybe even the fall of Rome, the fall of ancient Egypt, the fall, or like the perception, the perceived failure when things have been going really, really, really well, and then there's been like a cataclysmic change. A lot of us as souls were incarnate in bodies in these places during these times. So when we have AI rolling out, and we have technology rolling out, and we have Web3 being developed, and we have these things that are really starting to gain momentum, and you'll see people have all sorts of different opinions, ideas, how it's supposed to happen, how it's supposed to go down, how this is going to manifest here, and how that's going to manifest there, and how it's all going to work. Yada, 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 yada. A lot of it is coming from the woundedness from previous life experiences. So when we go into the wounded inner child, this is how it's all interconnected. When we go into healing the inner wounded child, and we're able to integrate those parts of ourselves that have felt separated or fragmented or dissociated from that internal divine mother within, the divine mother within, that when we're able to connect those pieces back and we're able to call them, like cultivate a deeper connection, the really beautiful thing that manifests, the really beautiful thing that happens in this space is that you'll start to not only piece together parts of your internal or subconscious mind, but you'll be able to start to feel a wholeness in your creativity. You'll start to feel a wholeness in your ideas of what you're capable of creating. You'll start to feel a wholeness in the beauty of your life force energy manifesting in powerful and miraculous ways in this world and on this planet. You are capable of so much more than you have been able to give yourself credit for. And so as we open the winds of change and we open how you're able and capable of seeing yourself, you'll be able to see that there is a potential within you, and you probably already feel it. And as you're hearing these words right now, it's probably starting to sparkle a little bit more inside. So there's a power inside of you that has been designed to manifest in its full expression completely. No holding back, no holds bar. You'll be able to really feel yourself fully free and fully expressed in your physical body. Unleashed, composed, wild, mature, wise, free. just feel your body softening to know that you are fully safe in this expression. That you're fully safe. In being able to open your field and reconcile these root occurrences that have created patterns. The deep interconnectedness in your own heart is what opens you to being able to free yourself completely. And so breathe and just simply allow that internal spark inside of your heart, the core of your soul that we call the monad. It is what the Monad Society is named after. Monad is the indivisible spark of divine consciousness, divine frequency that exists at the core of the soul of all living beings. It is a part that recognizes that I am you and you are me. It is a part that's capable of seeing compassion for all living beings. And is the part of you inside that is indestructible, that can never be manipulated, that can never be transferred in form. And so when you connect to that internal spark consciously, because it's there all the time, you're not creating it. You're allowing your mind, your conscious, beta, egoic mind, to become more attuned and aware. That you will open your heart to let the patterns of systemic beliefs and viral programming that you simply have been indoctrinated with as a product of your environment. There's no shame, there's no blame, there's no punishment. It just is, and we can undress from these clothes that we have been forced to wear. Consciously or subconsciously. So as you give yourself the opportunity to peel away the layers, Iotarai iana kitio suturkia tunakia turkia konuko putukurkai kietarkai suturkurkia kotaputukia turkia putakai kieturkuniko putukia turkutia satrakia siatro naya kiaturkia wapu uku sususutukunkia. And remember, the light codes, they're designed to help you remember. It's as if you've been far away from your home for a very long time. And someone reminds you of a story of something that happened when you were younger. And then all of a sudden, the memories of where you have been or where you lived or where your roots were from starts to open. The light codes are designed to open your field and open your awareness in that way. And so we simply breathe. Iotroeni kia siatrai iaka unupuka satrai iaka uku suturkia nukupuka tarai Iotrona kaya siatrai iaka uku suturkia nakai itiotakai tionukurpurka sioturkona kapu sutukia tarai Ioko tonokria kia tarai siatronia kia kopus yotia kia puka tarai I tiatriania wapuaka haasatari I kiatrai io no kupusa karakio na kia haaka. Suetarai hi o punuku tarai yanaya. Kyotarai. Big deep breath and feel the weight of the world, energy on your shoulders. Watch as it just dissolves and falls down your back into your grounding cord to the center of the planet. Beautiful. So go ahead and take a couple nice big deep breaths. You can give yourself the opportunity to acknowledge that as your inner child is healing, your soul is also having an influence in peeling away the layers that your conscious mind is ready to let go of. It happens in a very time-released way. If you were just all of a sudden, instantly, the full manifestation of the expression of your soul's power in human form all at one time, it would really rock your ego structure. And so you are capable to grow at the rate in which your ego structure, your belief systems, are willing to let go and willing to be rearranged of your understanding of the world. Because once you see the truth of your own divinity, it will really shake the foundation of what you believe to be true in this world. And most human beings are not capable and are not ready for that kind of shift. It can be very cataclysmic. Similar to when people have a Kundalini awakening and they're just simply not ready for it. It can actually create, it can invoke almost like a psychiatric break. A person can really lose control of themselves because of how strong the life force energy is that actually exists inside of each and every single one of us. So I'm in my early 30s. I've been doing this work since my early 20s. I started seeing beings when I was very young. I had my first past life memory come up when I was about 12. And I've done a cha-cha a lot of my life, including trying to numb or dissociate or dim my light with drugs and alcohol. My late adolescence, self-medicating from experiences of abuse and sexual trauma. And I'm sharing this with you, one, to share, of course, and obviously, that I am human. I've gone through a lot of my own experiences in depression, darkness, self-medicating, codependency, narcissism, abusive relationships. Like I've been through the rigmarole and have learned how to cultivate and harness my abilities in a way that serve me and also serve the greater purpose of what it is that I'm here to cultivate and create. And as I'm saying this, I'm also remembering that today is the fourth cycle of my own sobriety, but I am 4 years no booze today. I'm very happy to report that. I never even thought I'd make it to 2 years. Before that was a year and a half. Before that was 7 months. Before that was a month. So I took baby steps into it. But the clarity that you're able to cultivate when you free your mind of these patterns of self-medicating or devaluing your system or lowering your frequency, you will continue to ride an escalator of understanding of the truth of who it is that you are and the power that it is that you hold. The power it is that you are capable of cultivating because it is your own internal presence. And so if power has a negative charge for you, or if you have association with power in a way that is distorted in some way, go ahead and just simply see it as love. Because the presence of love that you have, love is the most powerful frequency that we have access to in this world. Love overcomes all experiences. Love overcomes all circumstances. Love overcomes all in so many ways. And so what it is that I'm actually talking about or going into is the capacity that you have to be able to evoke and invoke a wildly passionate and very strong capacity of embodying love, which is your core frequency. So as you experience that and you let your heart be open to what it is that you are capable of, I can assure you that you become a magnet for miracles. And that is the core theme of what we go into on a much, much, much deeper level than these YouTube videos. Yes, of course, you can get so much value out of these. And also in the 5D Business Accelerator, I got to come up with a new name for that for sure. But in that, obviously, that goes a little bit deeper. And then in Rise, we have an opportunity and experience for you to be deeply connected with community, as well as live interactions with me, to be able to hold you accountable and supportive for you being able to really peel away the layers and show up in your world and in your life in the way that you want to, in the way that you want to open your field, in the way you want to open your frequency, in the way you want to share your message and your kindness and your beauty and your grace and all other things that are there. So we're creating these supportive containers to be a bassinet, an incubator, a safe space, a little golden pocket, so that we can do this viral programming undressing, so you can show up in this world as it is that you truly desire, in the way that you truly want. And so with that, my sweet loves, I'm going to shift out of this to get ready for our call today, going much deeper into the energy work in the transmission of the low self-worth, the wounded inner child. And I have a feeling we'll actually probably go into some Atlantean encodings to really reconcile and pull up some of the rooted, the deeply rooted patterns of that low self-worth. So no matter what time you're watching this or when you're watching this, if you're interested in connecting to that, like I said, I'll put the link to register in the description below, and you'll be able to access it, because of course the recordings will be available as well. So with that, my sweet love, I absolutely love you. I adore you. Thank you for spending your time with me here today. And as we go forth, may we integrate the healing and the lessons received with courage, self-love, and compassion. Our session here is very much complete. And if you're here with me on the live, go ahead and tune in from the beginning, and you'll see how the whole pattern starts to come up and out. And of course, if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell, get the ding ding to let you know that I am here live and on. So thanks again for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Mwah! Ciao, ciao.